Hey guys, it's Charlie Volk here, and we're back with another one of my videos, kind of talking about the current version of the game right now. So, this isn't going to be a cameo review because I think it is impossible to review this cameo for reasons I'll go over, but I do kind of want to talk about it post the buffs it's gotten. So, I want to talk about Darrius a little bit, and I kind of want to clarify some things about this cameo because there are some things about this cameo and the way it works that are not obvious. There's a lot of moving parts that are not told to you or shown to you that can make it seem like this cameo is worse than it is. So I'm kind of convinced that this cameo is actually very good. It's very specific. So Darrius is clearly intended to be this like set play cameo with the option to play more compact and take bigger damage in combos in exchange for your whole cameo going on cooldown. So I want to talk about the buffs that they did to this cameo first. So the first thing they did, as we all know, is they added this new move where if your opponent is in knockdown state, you can call Darrius as an ambush, and he does this over him, right? So this was an earlier buff that they gave about 2 or 3 patches ago, as I recall, and it was, it's a good idea in theory, but it wasn't enough. The problem with this cameo is it's always kind of struggled with having a place and having real utility in the game, especially as a hard to blockable facilitator when there were better options. So now you've added in a couple of more things. So first of all, when you call the Roundhouse Kick ambush and you do any of the follow-ups, so first of all, if you do the big swing, you get half of your cameo meter back. Okay? So that allows you to do things, set up things like this maybe. Hold on. Right, and have them dealing with that new ambush immediately because of that. Or, if you do the dragon kick, you take a bar meter. I think this is actually a kind of cool idea. I think they should take it a little farther. I'm going to discuss a couple of tweaks that I think this cameo needs to be fully complete, as it were. That's been the main problem. Darrius just has never felt complete in this game. So, after those two changes, so we're going to talk about the big new buff that I think matters is, first of all, now when you call this, you have a low option. And then, if you do stance switch while Darrius is out, the low can turn to this hit grab. Do this 20% for low. So, there's a really weird nuance here that I'm not sure is intentional. It could be a bug. So the thing about these new changes is you cannot do the solo low without telegraphing it. By that I mean you cannot make Darrius do this low without crouching first. So as you can see, I have to crouch to get him to do this low. If I do this and I try to do it last minute, it doesn't work, right? So you have to be holding down, which means you have to be crouching. Now you can mask this through animations. So I can do something like this, like I do string, and I can mask the low through that. Okay, but that's the thing. You can't do this low raw in a way that doesn't give it away. So the only way to get the unreactable low that's not telegraphed is you have to do this hit grab. So the frame data, the startup is no different on this low. It's the exact same. And the overhead and the low are same frame in the first place. So it's like it's a true unreactable 50-50. There's nothing they can do about it except guess. Certain characters can't even wake up because this hit grab is also double hitting. So I kind of want to show, let's see if I can get this to work. So I want Xiao here to wake up. Oh, I said reversal and then get up. So I guess Xiao here do this. Enhanced Devastator on wake up. If the practice options want to, you know, actually work. There we go. So the thing about this, if you can get it to work, I may need a bigger knockdown, but if you can get this to come out fast enough, this will actually break on, or I may need to do a different knockdown like this maybe. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. So if they armor here, this now becomes an armor breaking launcher. So, like I said, there's a lot of weird nuance to this cameo and the way it works. So if you do the right knockdown, right, like this is ASAP, they can't wake up from this 1114 knockdown period. So right, so this is pretty good. Right, and this actually allows you to really mess up some characters like the wake up armor like Lao or like Tanya, for example. Some of these characters actually cannot armor on wake up if you know what knockdowns you need to use. And that's going to take some labbing, depending on the character you choose. I'm doing this because I actually think there's some good synergy with Smoke here for this character. So that's why I'm talking about this. So, there are certain other knockdowns that this works off of, like if you do forward 4. See if I can get this to work. You have to time this kind of weird. Or you could do something like this, right? It could also work for that purpose. So, like, I'll actually get Tanya on the screen. So let's do that. Not that this is going to be relevant because they've now made her armored wake up not safe anymore, but this will still be a good use case or test case to show you. Like what you could possibly do with this. So I'm gonna set both auto block. We're gonna set her armor wake up on block reversal, and we're gonna set it on get up. So yeah, the sweep is too, you know, slow for this. But see if I can get this quickly. Look at that. Doesn't work. Now if I try to we'll turn the we'll turn the get up off and we'll turn reversal on. So I'm going to do something like this, for example. As you can see, can't armor. So you can use this as actually this cameo as a way to oppress characters that are known for having really good armor. You can stop them in some situations from being able to do this where they normally would be able to. So, I mean, let's set the wake up option again. Okay. And let's see, like, if I really want to optimize this, for example, like, let's say I spend the bar here off of this situation. 30%. Right, that's not bad. You could probably do better than that, right? Like, even mirrorless, you can do something like that. So, that's pretty interesting. So, as far as me being a smoke player goes, there are other things that this cameo does that I really appreciate. First of all is that I'm pretty sure Darrius gives everyone a throw combo. Like so. I didn't do the optimal there, because if you do the true optimal, let's see if I can get it. You have to get that side switch, and you have to get the where your character is knocked out of the animation, like so. Yeah, there we go. So you get one of the higher damage throw combos in the game with this, and I've come to value throw combo potential with smoke a lot. So the other thing, of course, is that you get back 4-3 conversions. You either do this, or you can, you know, take the utility factor of this, take a bar meter, or, you know, set this situation up, which is only really viable in the corner, but yeah. So that's interesting to me, and this also means that, at least for Smoke, he is very impressive in the corner with these buffs to Darrius, because his optimal mirrorless corner combo is this. It ends in 1-1-1-4, which means you can set Darrius up, right? So they can't wake up, because you can break their armor and launch them for it, and they have to block low, or they have to block overhead, and you can combo off of the overhead. I guess I gotta take the wake up off. I'll show you. You can actually combo off this overhead, like so. Right? And you can do better than that. You can actually do stand through here, like so. So, very interesting cameo. Kind of strange, but I do think he's on the way to working well. I just think there needs to be a couple more adjustments made to this cameo. So the first one is, it has to do with one of the buffs, right? So if you do the Dragon Kick, you take a bar meter, but I think it's kind of weird that you just do this option just to get half a cameo bar back. I think that he should always get half a cameo bar back for both options, first of all. And then I would consider making it so that when you do the giant swing, I would make that take half the opponent's cameo bar. So you can make a choice of whether you want to deprive them of one resource or the other. The other change I would like to see is, right now, if you throw and start this, even though you're in position, you cannot make use of the team-up attacks. And I think they should change that. It would be also unique to allow Darrius to be able to, for you to be able to throw someone, combo them, and be able to take a bar or like a cameo charge from them. I think that would be a really cool idea. Beyond that, though, I actually think he's in a pretty good place. I mean, the only other thing I can say is, like, it might be time to speed this up. I understand that, like, some people are hesitant about this, but as of right now, this move is actually, in my opinion, his worst move. It's not practical to set up. You give up damage every time, when now you can do full combos and threaten combos afterwards to break armor on knockdown, right? So why would you ever do this? So I think they should shave this all the way down to 29 frames. That way you can actually hit this in combos. Because right now, even if I do something like this, I can't connect this, right? So I would make it, I would take 20 frames or about that off of the startup of this so you can do that. Because right now, the only feasible way is to do this. And this, right now, there is no reason to go that route. The other options are just so much better. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to talk about Darrius for a bit. I actually think for Smoke, he might be really good. The only reason I say is I don't know how possible it is to review this cameo, because at the end of the day, the characters that he's going to work with, it's literally just you're living and dying by the set play, but you're always plus if they block it, right? So you either mix them to death or you don't. You know, you don't have any neutral options except for the giant swing here by itself. So, yeah, you know, it's a coin flipping cameo. And it either works for you or it doesn't. So, you know, I find that kind of thing hard to review, you know, to give a real opinion on. But cool cameo. But like I said, as I discussed, I do think he used a little more work, and then it will have a place in the game for sure. Although I do think he actually will turn out to have a place in the game. There's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with this cameo now. But I want to know what you guys think if you play Darrius, and especially if you're a Smoke player that plays Darrius, I want to know what you think. This could actually be one of his better cameos, but I would only pick it in matchups where you don't need, like, the assistance of projectiles or something to get in. If it's like a character like Lee May, for example, this is probably optimal. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think. Catch you later.